Market update here on the 15th. So this video is just going to be QQQ and SPY. I'm going to start separating a little bit because it's too much to do in one video and I get like impatient and then I go over them too quick. So easier this way. Focus on SPY first. So SPY, I see this as 5-wave move right here. That's an A wave right there. We pull back to we get past the 0.5 fib, but I only consider that the A wave. This is a B wave. I see this is C wave, so the B wave ends right here. I have my parallel lines drawn, and then I see 5 waves right here. So let's go over these waves real quick. So the way that the market and the algos are working, though, a lot of these waves like aren't very clear. So you really got to look closely to figure it out. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have. So I see this as a wave 1. We'll see if that holds true. We have a big supply zone over here. Let me see. I erased it. Let me get it over here again. It's right here. So we already hit it once right here on the 2nd. And so we're short of it right now. And there's some other smaller ones. There's one right here as well. And this is a 4-hour, by the way. So a 4-hour one right here as well. We hit that many times. And we actually went above it, and now we're below it again. So there's a lot of supply here as well. And so I'm looking for a pullback to minimum 397, move up to 436, pullback, and then ultimately I'm looking for the end of July to be the top at 444. 444 is the 1.61 fib of the A wave. So there you go, ABC. And then if you look at the timing of this, this took about 9 months and 10 days. So 9 months and 10 days is about the end of July to equal the A wave for the B wave. And then we'd be looking for another 9 months down. So that would be about April of 2023 or 2024. This is basically what I'm looking for. But I'm looking for about 314, something like that. If we zoom out here on the monthly chart, you'll see that if this is a 4th wave, 314 is right around the 0.38 fib. So you can see how that all makes sense what I just went over. So that's my thoughts on SPY. I'm looking short term though for this 2nd wave to play out. So I'm looking for a correction down to 397, could go all the way down here to 386. That is the 0.78 fib though. I would say it's unlikely it's going to do that because we have this line right here, this trend line right here. So it's probably going to stay above this, I would imagine. But if it does correct all the way down here, maybe 392 is a possibility. That's the 0.618 fib. And then we'll look for more upside into June. I think June is going to be a really bullish month, in my opinion. And we'll look for the top to be at the end of July. So that's SPY. And now we got QQQ, completely different. QQQ is a leading diagonal. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 up here. I've counted 5 waves, and it still has not broken the top of where I called like a week or two ago. This chop has been pretty annoying the last week or two, but it very well could have topped out here still. That could have been 5 waves, and we are ready to correct. As I showed you on SPY, it's ready to correct in my opinion. So don't be surprised if we get a pretty big correction going into tech earnings. But if it does keep on going higher, actually I don't think this invalidation is right anymore. That was an ending diagonal. I was looking at it wrong. A leading diagonal, I would say that it's probably not going to go past 338, but it could. But that's about the length of the third wave. The first wave is a little bit shorter. So if it does go higher, I'd be looking for about 327, and at the max, probably 338. As far as what's going to do from here, this could be either be a B wave or a second wave. Based on SPY, I'm looking for it to probably be a B wave. So we're probably going to correct to the 0.38 fib, I would say. Because you got to think, SPY is going to correct about 5%. And so if QQQ is going to correct, 295 is the 0.38 fib for a B wave. That is about 7.5%, a little bit more than what I expect SPY to correct. If it goes higher, obviously this will move up, but right now 295.58 would be my target. And then we'd be looking at a move that could go all the way up to probably like 360-ish in July. And then if we zoom out here and just look at this chart, 360 is right up here. The top was here at 406. Could be some more downside here, a little bit lower, or it could just come down here and double bottom. I haven't shown this, but another reason why I think QQQ is in a different formation is because it corrected a lot more than SPY on the 2022 sell-off. It was already at the 0.38 fib, so it makes more sense for this to go higher and then not come down as much. So I could see this actually going all the way, and like, honestly, I don't know how high it's going to go, but it could go all the way up to the top. And it's not likely, but it could go way up here, and it could come down here and double bottom, or just make a really slightly lower low. So basically, QQQ is a leading diagonal, and it's probably a leading diagonal A wave. And look for a correction to the 0.38 fib whenever it starts an actual correction. Zooming in here on lower time frames. We are in this supply zone still, and I think that this could be, it still could be, this is possible. Could be something like that. But of course, if we're going to 295, it's probably going to end up being an ABC move. So it would probably be something like this. And I erased this demand zone down here. I need to put that back up there. But probably be something like this. You get the point. But this makes more sense for if it's only going to 295. It's probably going to be something like that. So that's kind of my thoughts on what I expect. But this all depends on if we topped out here or not. If we go higher, then obviously the price target is going to change. But this looks like a pretty good formation for this to happen. So if that happens, that would be the overall B wave. And I would look for more upside after that. Probably a good place to buy. So yeah, I'll leave it at that for SPY and QQQ. That's my thoughts going forward. Going into the summertime, overall, pretty bullish. I don't see huge corrections on the horizon, but anything can happen, and we'll have to take it day by day. I'll do some more tech individual stocks later in the weekend where I can focus more on them instead of doing like 10 in one video, because I feel like it's really hard to be accurate and not get sloppy on all those. So starting with these two, I'll do some more around the weekend. So I'll leave it at that. Anyway, have a good weekend.